Hello friends, this is Navodaya Foundation presenting current affairs for UPSC and KPSC examination. If you have any queries, you can log into our website www.navodayafoundation.in and you can call up the given number which is given in the below description. Okay. In this video, we are going to discuss about climate change assessment. So this is very important as environment and ecology, it plays a very important role in your KPSC, UPSC as well as in your Indian Forest Service examination. So this is very important. Let's discuss about what is climate change assessment, which ministry released it and how it is going to help in our future. Okay, let's move on. As I said, climate change assessment. So what is this climate change assessment? So we'll discuss briefly about this. We all know that assessment means what? So it is nothing but evaluation. It is nothing but evaluation, or else you are judging something. Okay, so that is the meaning of assessment. Here climate change assessment means it is going to evaluate the changes of the climate occurring in the atmosphere. So this is the climate change assessment. So here the ministry which helped in releasing this climate change assessment is Ministry of Earth Science. So India's Ministry of Earth Science, it has released its first ever climate change assessment. So it is the first assessment of climate change over the Indian region. So this is about climate change assessment. So when it was released on June 19th, 2020, India released its first national report on the state of the climate crisis titled Assessment of Climate Change over the Indian Region. So this is the title which is given by the Ministry of Earth Science for its first ever climate change assessment record, which is entitled as Assessment of Climate Change over the Indian Region. It is prepared with the support of Ministry of Earth Science and it is edited by the scientists of the Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology, so that is Pune. So Ministry of Earth Science, it is a ministry under the government, so which helps in various it has its own duties. So IITM, so that is Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology. So what is this meteorology? So it is nothing but it's a branch of science which deals with the processes and the phenomenon, which deals with the processes and phenomenon of atmosphere. So when I speak of atmosphere, it mainly includes two things. One is climate and the other one is weather. So here it's a branch of science dealing with the processes and the phenomenon of the atmosphere, that is climate and weather of a region, especially as a means of forecasting the weather, that is forecasting the weather. So this is about meteorology. Okay, so this you should know. On 19 June 2020, so India released its first report on the climate change. It is entitled as the Assessment of Climate Change over the Indian Region. It is prepared with the help of Ministry of Earth Science and the Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology, Pune. Okay. So second most important thing, this report is published as an open access book by Spring Nature. So what do you mean by this open access? So I think you people might have heard about the free software, isn't it? So that is, they are available to all. So that they are available to all, which implies so anybody can use it. So that is easily accessible thing. So that is called as open access. So even this report, it acts as an open access book by Spring Nature. So what is this Spring Nature? So this Spring Nature, so they are global publishers. Okay, so they are global publishers, which is an American German academic publishing company academic publishing company which was founded in 2015. Okay, so this you should please you have to keep it in mind. So this report, whatever the report is there, India's first ever climate change assessment, so it is an open access, that is it is accessible or else it is available to all. So it is published by Spring Nature. Okay, I hope this is clear. So next thing, so what are the projections of the report? Projections in the sense the findings of the report. So first important thing, it speaks of temperature, isn't it? So let's see what it says. What has it? What we can find in the report. So first point is the average temperature of India has raised by 0.7 degrees Celsius in 1901 to 2018. So between this duration, our average temperature, that is our country's temperature, it has raised by 0.7 degree Celsius. So what is the main reason for this 0.7 degrees Celsius increase? So what is the reason? So the main reason is it is due to the emission of GHG, that is greenhouse gases. So let's speak of greenhouse gases. So what is this GHG? That is greenhouse gases. So these greenhouse gases, these are the gases that absorbs and re-emits the heat. Thereby it keeps the planet's atmosphere warmer. That means it absorbs the radiation and also it re-emits the heat. So thereby the temperature of our earth, it gradually gets increased. So due to this GHG, due to these gases, so the average temperature of India, it has raised by 0.7 degrees Celsius. And what is the prediction? It is being found that, or else it is being projected to rise by 2.7 degrees Celsius by 2099. So 0.7 degrees Celsius within this duration, that is 1901 to 2018. So but by 2099 it has been projected that, or it has been found that it would increase by 2.7 degree Celsius in the best scenario, and in the worst case scenario a rise will be 4.4 degrees Celsius. So please note this down. So between 1901 to 2018, so there was an increase of 0.7 degrees Celsius. Okay, in the best case by 2099, so the increase would be 2.7 degrees Celsius. But if the greenhouse gas emission it increases, then the worst scenario, so that is the worst case scenario will be by 2019 it would increase up to 4.4 degrees Celsius. So when I speak of greenhouse gases, you should know, so which are the greenhouse gases. So it might help you in your prelims. They might ask in the prelims question. So that means which among the following is not a greenhouse gas, or which among the following is a greenhouse gas. Okay. So which are the greenhouse gases? So let's see the greenhouse gases. Which are those? The primary, or else usually the greenhouse gases are, one is water vapor. Okay. So first one is water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, CH4, it is nothing but methane. So ozone, so that is O3. So and the most important one is N2O. So that is, please note it down. So it is nitrous oxide. Nitrous oxide. It is not nitric oxide. So it is nitrous oxide. N2O is different. NO2 is different. So when we speak of greenhouse gases, water vapors, carbon dioxide, methane, ozone and nitrous oxide. So these are the primary greenhouse gases which causes greenhouse effect. So which are the main gases promoting the temperature of the planet. Okay. So next one, the findings of the report. So second point is the findings of the report. It states that the sea level. So the first point, it speaks of temperature. So the second point, it speaks of sea level. Okay. Second point, it speaks of sea level. So the findings of the report states that the sea level in Mumbai and the Bengal coast are rising at a rate of 3 cm and 5 cm per decade. So that means per 10 years there is an increase of 3 to 5 cm of the sea level, which is projected to rise to 30 cm by 2099. So that is by 2099. 1999, the sea level rise would be 30 centimeter. Okay, so we all know that our southern India, so our India, it is covered by so Arabian Sea, so Bay of Bengal, so and the Indian Ocean. So the three parts is covered by the east, west and southern part, it is covered by the ocean. So obviously if the temperature increases, then the glaciers, it would melt and it would cause the sea level to rise. Okay, so this is the second thing. The third thing, the temperature of the Indian Ocean, including the Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal, it has risen by 1 degree Celsius in 1951 to 2015. There is an increase of 1 degree Celsius, which is higher than the global average. Okay, there is an average level of temperature, that is there is an average global level of temperature of certain oceans. Okay, it has to maintain that, but here the temperature of the Indian Ocean, which it also includes Arabian and the Bay of Bengal, so it has risen by 1 degree Celsius in 1951 to 2015. So next point, so what are the next findings? So next one, the temperature of the warmest day and the coldest night, it has risen by 0.6 degrees Celsius and 0.4 degrees Celsius between 1986 to 2015, which is projected to rise by 4.7 degrees Celsius and 5.5 degrees Celsius respectively in the business as usual condition. So before moving on to this point, so we will know about BAU condition. So what is this BAU? So BAU is nothing but business as usual. So business as usual means it refers to the normal, it refers to the normal daily routine. Okay, so which implies it is the normal execution of standard functional operations within an organization. Okay, within an organization, it is the execution of standard functional operations. So that means it refers to the normal daily routine. So that is known as the business as usual. Here we know that the warmest day is on June 21st, that is the lengthiest day. Coldest night means it occurs in December 22nd. Okay, here the warmest day temperature was 0.6 degrees Celsius within the year range, that is 1986 to 2015. Whereas the coldest night temperature was 0.4 degrees Celsius between this year range. But due to certain conditions, according to this climate change assessment by Ministry of Earth Science and IITM, so this temperature of the warmest day, it is found to rise by 4.7 degrees Celsius. Okay, so warmest day, so from 0.63 degree to 4.7 degrees Celsius it would rise, whereas on the coldest night the temperature, it would rise from 0.4 degrees Celsius to 5.5 degrees Celsius. So it is said by, or this data is given by the BAU, or else it is calculated on the basis of BAU condition. So next thing, the summer monsoon has declined by 6% in the Western Ghats and Indo-Gangetic plains, and it is projected that this will result in drought and extreme rainfall. Here, summer monsoon, it occurs usually from June to September, June, July, August and September, and the areas or the region which receives the highest rainfall is the Western Ghats and the Indo-Gangetic plain, isn't it? But this summer monsoon is the main reasons for the agricultural activities. But due to this declinement of the summer monsoon by 6%, so it leads to the drought and extreme rainfall in some other season. So this point you should know, by 6% the summer monsoon has declined in the main rainfall receiving regions, that is Western Ghats and Indo-Gangetic plains. Okay. So next point, the mean surface air temperature, it can rise anywhere between 1.39 and 2.7 degrees Celsius during two epochs. Epochs means it's a period cycle. So in geography you will learn. So between 2040 and 2069 and 2070 to 2099. stated the report. What this report has stated means the surface air temperature, it rises between, they have given a particular degrees, that is measurement, that is 1.39 to 2.7 degrees between two period epochs, that is in two periods between 2040 to 2069 and 2070 to 99. The annual mean and maximum temperature was noted to have jumped by 0.1 degrees Celsius, whereas the minimum temperature soared by 0.1 degrees Celsius between 1951 to 2015. So this is the maximum, so that is annual mean and maximum temperature between this period, so that is 0.1 degrees Celsius, it has been increased. Okay. So what is the last point that is given in this about, that is projected in this report is there will be more frequent dry spells. Dry spells means that is a drought condition, that means there is no much rainfall. So there will be more frequent dry spells, that is 27% during 1981 to 2011 relative to 1951 and 1980. When compared to this period, during the recent period, that is 1981 to 2011, there is increase in the drought condition, or else there is increase in the dry spells, and there is more intensive wet spells during the summer monsoon season. Okay, and there is more extreme rainfall during this summer monsoon season. So these are some of the projections of the report, or else these are some of the findings of the report. So what does this report gives to the society, or else to the country means there are many beneficial advantages because of this. So what are some of the advantages means the clear assessment. So that means the first ever climate change assessment which is given by the Ministry of Earth Science and the IITM. So it assesses, or else it judges, it evaluates the possibilities of the future climate change. So which provides insights or which gives information to policymakers, researchers, social scientists, economics and students to know about the climatic conditions in the future, in the coming generation. Okay, so this is the first point. So second point, this report, it reveals the local climate change, increase in air pollution. These are some of the things what this report is going to reveal. So this is very important. So this point it helps in your prelims as well as in mains. So what does this report reveals? So this report, it reveals the local climate change, increase in air pollution, change in land use pattern, and also it not only gives the information but also it warns about the increasing stress of climate change on the ecosystem, freshwater resources and agricultural outputs. So this is very important. So the very important. So that means the main things that the report reveals. Okay. Next thing, unlike the IPCC, so that is Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, this report, so that is India's first ever climate change assessment, so it focuses on regional climate change projections which is based on the IITM, so that is Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology Earth System Model, and also it is coordinated with the regional climate downscaling experiment data sets, that is based on many experimental data sets. So it is going to project the possible climatic changes in the coming future. Okay. Here the main thing you have to know, so this IPCC panel, so it predicts the climatic changes globally. Okay. So but this climate change assessment which is released by the Indian government, Ministry of Earth Science with the help of IITM. So it gives the climate change assessment over the Indian region. So it is not globally. So it predicts or else it projects the possible climatic conditions over the Indian region. Okay. So this is the main difference between IPCC and the India's climatic change assessment. These are some of the advantages of this climate change assessment. So point number 2 is very important about the revelations of the report. It not only reveals but also it warns about the increasing stress of climate change on the ecosystem, freshwater resources and the agricultural outputs. Okay. So briefly I can give you this. If you want you can go through this. So this is about a brief note of what the report projects or what are the findings of the report. One is on temperature, changes in rainfall, sea level rise and the tropical cyclones. The first thing, as I said, so it is the temperature. Here the projection, that is finding, is average temperature rise. It would become 4.4 degrees Celsius around 2099. So average temperature rise during 1901 to 2018 is 0.7 degrees Celsius, but by 2099 it would become 4.4 degrees Celsius. So it is due to the concentration of GHG. And the second one is changes in the rainfall. So as I said, summer monsoon, so that is June to September rainfall, it has declined by 6% from 1951 to 2015. So notable decrease where the position is, first one is Western Ghat and the Indo-Gangetic Plains. More frequent dry spells, that is 27% higher during 1981 and 2011 compared to 1951 to 1980. So next point is frequency of localized heavy rainfall has increased, that is extreme rainfall locally. Projection, what is the finding, means substantial increase in daily extreme rainfall. This is the finding. So next is sea level rise, as I said, so 30 centimeter increase by 2099. So next one is tropical cyclones. So the cyclones which are of frequency of very severe cyclonic storms, it occurs during the post monsoon season. So that means after September. So there is a possibility of frequent cyclones during during the post monsoon season. So projection, the finding is there is rise in intensity of tropical cyclones in NIO basin during the current century. Okay. So this is, so here you might ask, so what is NIO means? That is North Indian Ocean. Okay. So there is nothing but North Indian Ocean. The tropical cyclones you can go through, it comes in geography. If you need any information of tropical cyclones and temperate cyclones, or else anticyclones and normal cyclones, so we will give you a brief information in the next video. So this is about the brief findings of the report. One is temperature, changes in rainfall, sea level rise and the tropical cyclones. So I hope, so this gives, in this video you are clear about the climate change assessment, that is India's first ever climate change assessment released by Ministry of Earth Science and IITM Pune. So it not only gives you the, in this video we have not only covered the findings of the report, but also we have come to know what are the advantages of this report. Okay, thank you so much. We'll meet up in the next video. Okay, thank you.